Isaac, when you signed your contract just literally a few days ago, could you have possibly imagined that that first recall would have come just a couple days later?
No, it's kind of. I think the fact that I signed my first NHL contract was still settling in, and then the phone rang, and I was kind of shocked again, and then excited. But no, it's been awesome the last couple of days for sure.
Who called you, and what did they kind of tell you?
I was head coach Kevin Deneen. He just kind of asked what my plans were for the day, and I just said cleaning my apartment and probably doing some laundry and getting some groceries. And he said I wasn't going to be doing that and that I had to come down here. So, I mean, a little disappointed I didn't get to do the laundry, but even more excited to be down here.
And what sort of goes through your head, maybe when you have that drive down here, right? Like, are you thinking about, like, what goes through your head when you have that time?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't too long, but definitely, just a lot of excitement. And then just kind of some of the questions that it's like you start thinking about. It's like, oh, where am I going to sit in the room? Like, where do I sit in the video room? Like all those kind of like where we have a boss, where do I sit in the boss? Just kind of where I stand and where I need to be at what time. So, I think I kind of realized that, there's a lot of great people here and I can ask anyone in the room questions. So that kind of calmed me down a little bit, especially knowing that Nico's here with me. So kind of have a good guy to talk to about that stuff.
I was going to say, yeah, I know that you and Nico Daws are very close, and you mentioned it just there, but how nice is that if you can sort of expand on that, to have a guy who you're friends with, familiar with in this situation?
I mean, it's great having a guy that, I've grown to become really, really good friends with. To have him here, it's kind of nice just to have someone I'm comfortable with and, that I can ask those kind of random questions too that I think of throughout the day. But no, it's really great having him here and be able to spend some more time with him.
What was that first practice like for you?
I mean, definitely sweating a little bit. It's faster than in the AHL, but I felt pretty good. A lot of shots, so I got to feel a lot of pucks, and having Dave Rogalski out there too is nice. Talk to him again, so lots of learning going on right now, but I'm really excited for it.
For you to go to undrafted and then 2 years later you're at practice facing shots against Jack Hughes, players like that, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's pretty exciting. Like, it's all just kind of the journey you take, and obviously I've always wanted to be here in this position, and to have the opportunity finally to do that has been fantastic. And it is very cool having guys like Jack Hughes and Tyler Toffoli coming down and shooting on me. It's a little more exciting.
What's been kind of the secret to your successes here? Obviously, with Utica, a lot of players from there have had to get called up and down. And you still have very good numbers down there.
I mean, I think it's just focusing on what I need to do every day, kind of looking at one day at a time, not trying to get too far ahead of myself and worrying about all the outcomes. Just kind of trusting the process and going through it like that.
I know that you're good pals with Isaac. I see the smile on your face. What's it like to have him here, knowing the last couple of days what he's been through?
Yeah, no, I'm super happy for him. I know he's pumped. He called me this morning. I had no idea that he got called up. He called me this morning at like 9:30. I just woke up and he was like, "Where do I park?" I'm like, first of all, you're called up. Second of all, why are you here so early? But no, I know he's super pumped, and I'm happy for him.
What can you tell us about the type of person and also the type of goaltender that he is from what you know about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's an unbelievable guy. He works as hard as I've ever seen anybody work, constantly. He's always doing the right things. And, yeah, I mean, as a goalie, I mean, I think he's grown a lot over the past year and a half now. Mm-hmm. I think he was very nervous last year and just trying to find his feet, and over the summer and coming into this season, he's been unbelievable. So yeah.
What type of questions do you maybe expect to get from? He was saying, where do I sit on the bus? What do I do? Like, yeah. That must be a nice thing for him to have.
Yeah, 100%. And it's been the same way. Yeah, it's been the same way since development camp. 2 seasons ago? Mm-hmm. The first time I met him, like, just a nervous ball. He never wants to be late for anything. Like, doesn't want anybody looking at him wrong. It's like already this morning, he's like, "Where do I sit in the meeting room?" I'm like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." But that's Pulse.
And just for you to have him here, and to be someone that someone's relying on now, right? Like, just a couple of years ago, just a couple of, months ago, you were that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird.
I've been in those shoes. I know what it's like, and it's definitely nice having him here. Obviously, his girlfriend and my girlfriend are close too, so it's nice to have them together. And yeah, I'm just pumped for him.
Do you remember your first practice up here and what that was like. He was saying like, "Oh my God, there's Tyler Toffoli shooting at me. There's Jack." Do you remember what that feeling is?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everybody feels that you remember everything. Even, first game, all that kind of stuff. Like, you just kind of starstruck the first time you get in. You have to kind of put that aside and try to play hockey.
Lindy, obviously today, Nico Daws getting a little bit of rest. How important is it to give him that right now?
Well, he needs it. He's played a lot of hockey for us, so played a lot of games, and in between days here, try to get him some rest.
I saw him try to come out at one point before you were out there on the ice. What does that tell you about a guy? And he got sent back into the locker room. What does that tell you about a guy?
Well, I think he's young. I think sometimes they don't understand managing probably the amount of practice they get, and then the mental stress of games, and what a big weekend we just went through. And so I think we really have to try to freshen them up when we can.
What was it like to, have a goaltender like Isaac Poulter just signed a couple days ago? That must be, an exciting thing for him, having talked to him.
Yeah, I imagine it is, really. We got Kira going down to get a game in, and brought him up. So, obviously from where he started this year to where he's at, he's got to be pretty excited.
Johnny Marino, how is he doing with his sickness right now?
Still sick. We'll evaluate later today, and we'll see where he's at tomorrow.
Was the mindset of sending Akira down, was it to get that another game in because, maybe he hasn't had as many reps?
Yeah, to get a game in and then see how that game goes and make a decision on the weekend games.
And what does this mean for Vitek's injury? Do you have an update on him and how long?
Vitek's getting better. Really no update, but he's getting better. I had a conversation with him this morning. He's feeling better, but not ready to practice yet.
Did you see any signs in Daws' game last night where some of that fatigue was there, or not at all, really?
There was in a couple instances. I thought there was a couple pucks that even were dumped in. Normally he would go get behind the net and help us out. I think sometimes when you're tired, you make a decision just to stay in. But other than that, I don't think there was anything else that really stood out.
Lindy, what is a challenge that a team like the Rangers bring, especially coming into this building?
Well, we know we played them 7 times in the playoffs last year, and we know what the challenge is, and a tough game, a tough loss this year early in the year to them. So, good power play. Goaltenders now seem to be playing really well for them. So we know we have to take advantage of opportunities. If we do that, give ourselves a chance to win.
I know don't talk much about goalies, but could Poulter see a start in the next few games?
I don't think you could rule out anything. We haven't made a decision on anything, but right now we're just taking it day by day.